Hi all, this is Sia Naz and welcome to episode 21 of the Diary of a Hip Hop Artist podcast. So what you just heard was the start of a beat called The Hunt, and I think I might still be working on that one. You've only heard the intro there. Once you get into the rest of the beat, it's got a lot of depth to it. It's a really fat beat, so you'll have to wait to the end of the podcast to hear that. I think I want to add something more in the middle, but it's just the beat that I'm working on, so I thought I'd give you a listen. So let's start with the week. So on Monday, I started working on another new beat called Night. That one's still a work in progress. I tend to skip around a bit, which is not good, but at least I'm making bits and pieces that I can go back to. So on Monday, I also made the YouTube video for the podcast, so you can hear the audio and there's just a still picture. I think eventually I want to be broadcasting myself, but at the moment there's nothing really too interesting to show. It's just me with my fluffy purple diary with the llama on it, and I'm just reading through my notes, letting you know what I'm up to. So I think once it gets a bit more interesting, I'll start recording myself, but for the moment I think I'll just spare you that. What I also did was put together the audio for Anchor, and I uploaded it onto Anchor, which is what I use to produce my podcast. And I also made the beat video for Tight Dope version 2. So I'm just showing you variations of beats that I make. And that was all on Monday. And then on Tuesday I watched a really interesting movie called The Shape of Water. And I think last year it won like a ton of Oscars, and I thought, oh, this is silly, I don't want to see it. But then I thought I'll just watch it, and it's just a beautiful movie. I really love watching movies that inspire me, and I just really loved watching that movie. I highly recommend it. And on Monday I also worked on the night beat. Yeah, I'm just a bit of a slow worker on beats. I don't like to do like 10 beats a night, and plus I'm doing a whole heap of other stuff, so I should make beat making a priority because I'm really missing songwriting and recording vocals. But if you don't have any beats, then you can't write lyrics and record vocals to your own beats. It's just easier to have your own beats. I mean, then it sort of makes me more of a well-rounded artist, that I can do a bit of everything, but then you also thin yourself out, because I'm also trying to teach myself how to mix and master my own songs, and it's so mathematical, and I'm just so not interested. But every time I send off a beat to get mixed, what comes back is just not what I want my beats to sound like, and it's really frustrating because everybody does the same thing, and it's like, no, that's not what I want. So, and sometimes you have to settle, and I don't like settling. I really want to get exactly what I want. Like, I have a vision in my mind and I know exactly what I want it to sound like, and sometimes you have to settle, which really upsets me, because I really want to be putting out music that is my vision, like start to finish, exactly how I want it to sound and look. So yeah, so I'm doing a lot of things at the moment. So I'm in a learning process. So learning beat making, learning how to mix and master, learning how to make my videos, learning how to write better lyrics, learning how to rap better and sing better. And so I'm in the learning phase at the moment, which is frustrating as hell, because I just want to know everything. Learning is so frustrating because you don't know how to do things, and all you're doing is asking friends, or you're looking through YouTube tutorials, and it's like, damn it, I just wish I knew this. But there's so much to learn, so much. So, yep, we're in a learning phase, but at least I'm doing stuff and getting stuff out there. So just the learning phase that I'm in. So now we go to Wednesday, and on Wednesday I uploaded my beat video for Tight Dope version 2. And it's this really cool photo. I think I took the photo on Snapchat, and I kind of look a bit possessed, but I thought it was really cool, and I thought I really want to use this photo. So that's the photo that I used. I also made the Insta video for the tight type version too. So if you check my Instagram feed, you'll see it there. And of course, it took me a million years to figure out how to get the dimensions right and figure all that out. I'm so frustrated by doing this every week, but I think I figured it out now. So hopefully from here on in, it'll be easier. So I did that. Then I went back to working on the hump beat. Not hump, sound like I said hump. The hunt beat, which is what you just heard. So it was a bit more sparse in sound. It sounded like it needed a lot more work, but I've been working on it a bit more and got a fuller, bolder sound now, which I'm really happy with. So that's really cool. So then on Thursday was troubleshooting. I've been troubleshooting all week with the audio on my laptop, but mainly the audio to do my tutorials, because for some reason I can't get, like when I record the videos, I can't get it to record the audio that's coming out of my speakers, and I have no idea why. So I've recorded a few videos, but after I recorded them all and then I went back to listen, there's bits that you can't hear because you can't hear the audio coming out of my speakers, and I've absolutely no idea why that's happening, because everything's connected together. So if you can hear my audio, like if you can hear me speaking, then you should be able to hear the music coming out of the speakers, because everything's connected together. So I'm not sure why it's not working, and I've done everything I can think of. And the program I use to do my tutorials is called Corel, and I've constantly emailed and chatted with them, like computer chat, and nobody can figure out what it is. And they just keep saying to me, oh, it's your laptop, update your drivers, update this. But it's not my laptop, because it's working perfectly fine when I use the speakers to listen to audio on Ableton and in Adobe Premiere Pro, where I edit all my videos. So you can hear it clearly in both, but you just can't hear it from Corel when I record it. So nobody knows how to fix it, which is frustrating as hell, because now I've got the nice new monitors and a beautiful full sound, but you guys can't hear it. So it's frustrating as hell. So we're trying to figure that out. So that's what I was doing from Thursday onwards, just trying to figure out the settings. So now I'm back to my old laptop, because the new laptop, turns out it didn't have enough hard drive space, which is why it was seizing up. So now I'm back to my old laptop, and I've cleaned out as much as I can. I've gotten rid of like 100 gigabytes of stuff. I didn't even realize I had that much to spare. So it's working a little bit better, but I'm going to try and clean it up a lot more and get rid of more stuff that I don't need, and try to offload it so that it works smoother, because it's a pain in the ass getting new laptops, and then you have to transfer everything across, and then you have to transfer licenses and everything, and it takes forever, and it's frustrating as hell, and I hate being frustrated. So I'm going to try and take better care of my laptops and not just assume that they can take all the files and everything. I didn't realize that you have to clean all these things off. So I know that sounds logical, but I don't know, I just thought that it would be able to hold everything. But from here on in, I'm going to clean things up and put more files on external drives instead of counting on my laptop to hold everything. So hopefully this way my laptops will last longer, because every 5 years it seems I'm getting a new laptop, and it's frustrating as hell, and it's expensive. So every time I get a new laptop, they cost more and more. So, if I can take care of them and keep them longer, then I'll save myself the hassle and the dollars. So yeah, back to the old laptop. And on the old laptop, I made my tight type video too on how I made that beat, but you're not going to see that video for a while because the audio drops out because of the new speakers. So I've got to fix that up and figure out how the hell I'm going to fix the audio. I have no idea. And then I made a video on how to get out of full screen in Ableton, because with Ableton you can have a full screen so you can see what you're working on clearer, but it's almost impossible to get out of the full screen unless you know how to do it. And I figured out how to do it, and I made a video, but The audio, once again, not good. And then I also made another video on how to change the audio settings in Adobe Premiere Pro, but it's wrong. And now I have to go back and fix it, but because the audio is not recording properly, because Corel is not recording the screen captures properly, because it has no idea where the audio is. And I have no idea why it has no idea where the audio is, because every other program has the idea of where the audio is, but not the Corel program. So it's frustrating as hell. And so now all these videos, I can't make more because I have to figure out the audio. Nobody knows how to fix the audio, so I don't know how I'm going to fix this problem. Might be that not many videos are going to be coming up, but I'm trying to figure it out as best I can. So it's really, really frustrating, and I'm just bloody over it. And it wastes a lot of time too. I don't want to be wasting time doing this, but I have to figure it out. So that was Thursday, frustrating as hell. Friday's even more frustrating as hell because all I was doing was just troubleshooting because nothing was working because of stupid Corel. So just troubleshooting, and then once I got frustrated and over troubleshooting and not being able to figure out how to fix it, I just worked on my beat, the hunt, which you just heard, and I added the depth and the warmth on Friday. So this is why I like to take my time, because then you think of different things that you can add to it. Or just, actually on Friday, it really all came together. Like it was like divine intervention, and I just put all these samples in there, and it just sounded beautiful and nice and thick, full, beautiful rounded beat. So but I want to add something in the middle of it, but I find that I need to write the lyrics and then I can add stuff so I know where to put the drama, because there's a beautiful big sample I want to put in the middle, but then I don't know about royalty clearance, like sample clearance. Is it royalty free? Am I going to get into trouble? Am I not? But I'm going to put it up for sale, so maybe I'll just chuck that sample in there, put it out, and if I get into trouble, the worst that will happen is I just have to take the beat down. So maybe I will put in the sample that I'm thinking of in the middle, but I want to sort of chop it up a bit. And once again, I'm trying to figure out how to chop things up and how to put it in the drum rack, because you can chop it up and put it in drum rack, or you can chop it up into simpler or sampler, and you can do it that way. So still learning how to do all that, or you can just do it manually, which is what I was trying to do, but that's the lazy ass way. So I've just got to figure out how to do it properly. But what is properly anyway? It's whatever way you can do it. So working on that. So once again, the learning phase. And then on Saturday, troubleshooting again. And this time, because I bought some new plugins on my new laptop, I had to transfer the license to the old laptop, and then I stuffed everything up. And somehow I deleted all the files from one of the plugins. So then I thought, I'll stuff it. I can't be bothered. I'm just tired of troubleshooting. So I just called the company. I called Waves, and turns out you get an American number to call, but it goes to Israel. So like 2:30 till like 3:30 in the morning, I called them, and they remotely access my laptop, which I love it when other people can fix stuff for me. And within like 15 minutes, he had fixed everything. He had to remove all the plugins from my folder, all the files for the plugins, all the sounds, all the libraries, removed everything, but he did it manually. And so he looked through all these folders, removed everything, and then reinstalled everything, put everything in the right spot. And I was absolutely thrilled. I was just watching him do it. And they make it look so easy, because when I do it, I'm just always so flustered and frustrated, because I always think that I'm doing things wrong, and it's like I'll never get it right, and why am I even bothering? But then he just did it smoothly. But, and I said to him, you make it look so easy. And he's like, well, this is what I do. This is my job. And well, he's right. So it is his job. That's what he does. So he knows what he's doing. But it was beautiful to watch. It's absolutely beautiful. I thought, thank God it's not me doing it, because I would have been crying halfway through. So that's what we were doing. I was doing Saturday night, figuring out the plugins, but now I've got to figure out how they work. So once again, back to the learning stage. So I'm trying to get stuff out, but I'm also trying to learn and trying to put quality time into the few hours that I've got where I can make a beat, make the videos, learn how to make beats, learn how to mix and master, learn how to just do all this stuff. So much to learn, but I'd rather be able to do it myself. And I like to work with other people, but right now I don't think I'm ready to work with other people. I've worked with like 1 or 2 people, but I just need to get better at what I'm doing because the quality is not there. Like, I'm not there and the people that want to work with me are not there. So the quality of the work is not the best. But there's actually somebody that I worked on a beat with, and I thought that was really good. The beat was beautiful and I really liked what I wrote to that beat. So I'm looking into that. So hopefully within the next few weeks, or maybe by the end of next month, end of April, maybe there'll be a new song. And there's still a few other songs that I'm editing down. So it's like, what do I work on? Just spreading myself a little too thin, I think. Just trying to do too much. But, it's good to learn, to figure out how to do stuff, but it's also good to work with other people. So I'm trying to do a bit of everything. But, yeah, I'm just feeling a bit overwhelmed. I think I'm just doing too much. I'm just trying to figure out the balance of what to do, what not to do, how to do it. I don't know. It's all a learning process. We're all learning. So that was on Saturday. And then today I was just working on the beat, the hunt, which is what you heard at the start, and just working on getting the levels right on the different instruments that is on there. So that's a priority now, like trying to figure out how to mix stuff and just get everything sounding really nice so something doesn't stand out too much and it all just sort of blends in nicely. So that's what I'm trying to figure out at the moment, is just to get everything to blend in nicely and everything to sit nicely. So that's it for this week. Please share with your friends or someone you think would like to hear this podcast, and I will catch you on the next show. But to finish, here is my beat called The Hunt. Thanks for listening, friends, and I will speak to you next week. Enjoy. Bye.